All right, folks, we're back. It is December the 9th in the year 2019. It's your boys, Mark
and Eric.
And we're back for our 9th day of review, man. We're really getting into it now. But as you guys are going to see today, this is where the variety and emphasis on the variety of different root beers we've had come into play, because this isn't any unique root beer brand. We're talking store-based branding today in the ShopRite brand root beer. Even though it says it's distributed by Wakefern Food Court, on the can itself it says ShopRite root beer. So we're going to see what happens. Mark, any thoughts? Welcome. How are you?
Well, this is...
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
But this is just purely speculation. But so when you first just look at the can, it says ShopRite root beer, but the second thing you see is caffeine free. That's like their big advertisement there, which in my opinion that means there's not much to advertise. So I'm hoping that maybe I'll be surprised, but I just think they don't have much to brag about.
But not so fast, kid. In some of our root beers we've had so far, it's been like a 6-pack for like $6. At ShopRite, you can get a 12-pack of these boys for only $5.35, which is only 45 cents a can.
That also probably means they're low quality.
But it's also cost effective. Economics at play. But don't sell it so short. Did you know, Mark, that ShopRite has been the largest retailer of food in New Jersey for close to 70 years? Also, it is currently the largest distributor of food in the entire New York metropolitan tri-state area, not era. New York State, Connecticut, and New Jersey. So maybe the mass influence, the spread of the stores in the local area, maybe that actually helps out the flavor. Maybe they know what they're talking about because they're dominating the supermarket chains so well around here. But I guess we'll see. Anything else before we crack these boys open, Mark?
At the ShopRite store, they got rid of the lollipops at their customer support desk. And so one of those flavors was root beer. So I'm hoping maybe they use that, like, the root beer that they weren't putting into their lollipops anymore and made this quality.
Yeah, I doubt it, folks. We'll see. Won't need this bottle opener today. Let's crack open these cans, Mark. What do you say? Ooh. Solid tisk. Root beer smell.
Smells like root beer.
Smells like root beer. That's a better start than some other root beers we've had so far these 8 days before this. All right, let's get to this pour, kid. Light on the fizz. Light on the fizz. Generic root beer smell. Also, they do have high fructose corn syrup. So we're splurging a little bit here today, folks. No, not watching the weight, not watching their health at all.
Yep, 45 grams of sugar.
So it's right in the middle there, I guess. Maybe on the lighter side.
45 added sugars too. So.
But that's what it.
That's what I'm saying. It's all added.
Any thoughts on the smell? Besides.
Yeah, it smells pretty much like root beer.
Yeah, very generic smelling, nothing unique, nothing really standing out, and again, you can't even find anything that advertises anything about the root beer. So again, it's very generic, but we'll see. Maybe we'll be surprised with this taste.
I feel like for how strong the smell is of root beer, the taste is all there, except it's just very dull. So you can taste the root beer, it's just not very strong.
Yeah, it's, again, building off what Mark said, like you said, it's root beer, but no added oomph. Just very baseline, standard. I guess that's what you'd expect out of a store brand like this, with nothing really none of their trademarks, I guess, really at play. It's just very generic. If you're looking for a baseline cheap root beer. I guess this would be the example of it.
Can't necessarily say bad, but it's certainly not.
I mean, it doesn't stand out, but we've had worse. I honestly think we've had worse. All right, again, very, very, very generic, but I don't know. Your score?
I'll say 6.5. Because the root beer flavor's there. It's not botched, really. It's just not as strong as I'd like it to be. So that's really my only complaint from it.
Yeah, folks, I'm going to give it a 6.3. Again, I like that it tastes like root beer, which I feel is like my foundation, my benchmark for any root beer we've been tasting. So even if we're paying a little bit more for like a root beer we had yesterday, like that main root, I gave it a lower score than I did today because, again, it didn't have that baseline root beer taste. At least this gets one thing right, which is baseline. First sip, you know it's root beer. After that, there's not much after that. So I'll give it the 6.3. Can definitely do a lot better. Emphasis on a lot better. But we've had worse. So it is what it is. Got anything else?
Happy Monday and see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Giants lock down the stub against the Eagles. Please go Eli. See you tomorrow.